I'm going to tell you a little story about a guy that I knew. He was a salon owner just down the road from me, and he had 3 salons in my town. He was busy, he won awards, he was very good. And I remember I used to speak to him quite regularly because I used to love picking people's brains because that's what I did. And he tracked everything. I mean, how many pumps he got out of a shampoo and how many towels he used per week. He tracked so many things because that's what he was told to do. I started copying him. I was tracking everything, every single thing you can imagine in my salon. I started tracking. I spent all my time tracking and not really digesting, which is not good for business at all. This guy went broke, by the way. He owed a lot of money and went broke, and all 3 doors had to close down. He spent half his time tracking, not realizing that the 3 most important things that he didn't track. So I'm going to tell you now exactly what these 3 are. So let's dive in. Hey, Marina, how are you? I'm going to show you the 3 most important things you should track. And if you don't want to track anything else, you don't need to. Let me share my screen with you and we'll dive straight in. There we go. Most salon owners that I know, we talk about this all the time, most salon owners that I know that go from the war zone and they move themselves across over to here because passion puts you into the war zone and excitement pushes you into the war zone. But what gets you across over to the lifestyle is certain systems that are in place. And the 3 key areas, you're going to master one of them to get you out of that war zone and into the lifestyle zone. If you can master all 3, you'll do it in 12 months really quite easy. And that's what we try and talk about, is how we can get you from that war zone over to the lifestyle zone through there. Hey, Tracy, how are you? So I'm going to dive in now and tell you about the 3 most important things that you can possibly do in your salon. Let me make sure I get the right pen on. There we go. The 3 things that are super, super important that you should track. You need to know, very, very importantly here, how many clients are active in your database. Because that's the only 3 ways to grow your business is 1, how many people you actually do. It's as simple as that. Another one that we need to figure out is we need to know how often. So we want to know the gap between the weeks. Do they come 6? Do they come 7? Do they come 8? Do they come 4? What is your gap? And the last one, of course, is the client spend. Now, they are the only 3 things that can literally grow your business. There's nothing else that can grow your business than these 3 KPIs. These super important. How much people spend with you, how often they come, and how many people you do. That's it. There is no other combination in the world. But we make it so difficult, don't we? We try and make it really complex. Now, this is, I'm gonna explain, this is the big story, the context that's going on here, the big story that's up there. Now, if you want to master that, we call it, let's put a straight line through here. We call it 3 things. We call it attract, we call it convert, and we call it deliver. That's what we call it in our world. How many clients can you attract to your salon? How many clients can you convert to come more often? And how many can you deliver a remarkable service so they spend more? 3 things, that's all it takes, guys, to get your salon making you lots of money. Get more bums on seats, get them spending more, and get them in the door quicker than they are now. It's pretty simple, hey? So why do we make it so hard? I'm going to find out and explain to you why we make it, okay? This is me. This is lifestyle salon simple. That's us. That's what we do. We created this lifestyle salon system, which is super simple, SS, super simple. This is what we tend to do, 3 basic things. Now, I want to just dive in here. I'm going to go to yellow now, and I want to show you 3 things that, can you see yellow okay there, guys? I'm hoping you can see yellow okay there. This is where we sort of dive down. So we want to know new. Yep. Again, more often. Let me get through there. Let's change the word to sooner. And we go upsell. So these are the 3 things that we sort of go through. Now, I want to dive down even smaller if I can, because this is what you're doing now. This is what you spend your time doing. So we're going to pull it down even more. You go and you talk to your team and you talk about rebooks. You talk about getting rebooks in here. You talk about referrals. You talk about Facebook likes. You talk about Insta. Yeah, you talk about leaflets. You talk about lots of things that are stuff. Hey, all this here is just staff. And that's what you talk about. And how often they come. So you probably nag your staff and you talk about rebooks, and you might do the odd letter. You know, you might try and get them in with a bit of a letter through there. And that's about all you sort of worry about with how often they come. Hey, you don't probably do a great deal apart from that, apart from your rebooks, and that's about it. And the client spend, you always do it. You smash your team and you talk about retail. You talk about more services. Yeah. And that's what you do. So what you tend to do, guys, and everyone else does it, so you're not alone here, is you spend all your time at the bottom, nagging your staff to do more retail, nagging your staff to do some upsells, nagging your staff to get more clients through the door, you know, and squeeze them in. But really, when it comes down to it, we spend an awful lot of time tracking stuff that's down here that is really irrelevant when it comes to it. It really is. That's just the smaller stuff. What really needs to happen is how many new clients have you done this week? Like, really, how many new clients? So what I want to ask you a question, I'm going to do this in a nice one. This one here, how many new clients have you had this week? And do you track it every single week? Track how many new clients you've got week after week after week. They'll tell you how good you are at getting bums on seats. I want you to find out how often the gap is between your clients. So you've got a database of clients. How often do they come? We think, by the way, guys, because I'm a factual guy, we think it's every 4 weeks. We think it's every 3 weeks. We think it's every 2 weeks. Yeah, Tracy, 3. You know what? Tracy, I'm going to do a webinar on, actually, you're in my group, so I'll tell you anyway once you're in there. But you'll be amazed how long it takes to fill a stylist. It's huge. It's a long time. If you only got 3 a week, it's about 4 years to fill a stylist. It's crazy. So how do I get them in sooner? You've got to work out what your gap is. Now, I used to think mine was 4 weeks, and the computer would tell me 4 weeks. It lies to you. There's a way of figuring that out. You've got to figure out how to do that. Contact your software company and figure out how exactly is that gap and work on it. Can you work on that every single week to bring it in smaller? Make them come 5 weeks instead of 6. When we went through a recession not long ago, you know, the big recession that we went through, my clients went from 8.2 weeks to 9.4 weeks. And that would have cost me about $150,000, that gap, that week. It's huge, guys. Pull them in. It's massive. And this one here, just check your average bill. The 3 main things, there's only 3 ways to grow your business. How many clients you've got in your database that are active, how often they come, and how much they spend. So you need to track the mid-level here, you know, the context. Sorry, the content. The context is the big thing. You know, how many new clients you got through your door at the moment? How can you get them in sooner? And literally is through that. So, you know, 2 weekly or 4 weekly, depending on services. Yeah, but I think that 5 to 6, yeah, I think it's really hard. I think I like factual ways of figuring this out. The way to figure it out, find out how many clients came to you in a year. So in your database, is a really good one. How many clients came in a year? So if Mary came 15 times, that counts as 1. So Mary is a client. How many clients were active in that year that came? And then work out, for example, how many times Mary came and all the other clients. And you divide the 2 together, and that will give you a number. And that number is exactly will tell you to the 1 what the gap is. And that's what you need to track. Computer systems are weird. I spoke to 3 computer companies not long ago. They don't count the first visit because it doesn't count. One company over there in the UK, they don't count a client until it's come 3 times. There's one over in New Zealand. They don't count the client if it's longer than a certain time span because they don't count it as regular. Well, that just throws your figures out, guys. That's the way I see it. In the real world, how many clients you serviced in a year and how often they came, how many times they came, and divide the 2 together will give you that number. And that number is really important. 3 simple things to track. Everything else is stuff that we want to find out why we're not getting them in sooner, or why we're not getting new clients, or why we're not upselling. But we spend too much time down here in the dirt and not enough time in the clouds where we need to figure out. There's no one else. I defy anybody except put your prices up, which is still the same with getting a client to spend more. There's only 3 things you need to work on to get your business to make you more money. 3 simple things, and that's all. That's why we harp on over and over again about attract, convert, deliver. There is only 3. You've got to work out how to get bums on seats, how do you convert them to get them in the salon sooner, and how to get them to spend more money. And you can't just charge retail or put prices up, etc. You've got to start giving more value. Value is where the key is. That's why we do that. That's why we simple is simple. Oops, let's not draw all over my work. That's why it's as easy as it is. 3 things. That's all we have here, guys. You know, simple, simple, simple. It is as easy as that. So attract. We need to find out more bums on seats. How do you do it? How well are you doing at the moment? You know, are they coming regular? They're not coming regular. That's really important. How often? How often is this actually happening? And again, how much is each spending? You know, the average bill. We know that's what that is. You know, I'm going to put pounds in for you English guys. I think your pounds in Northern Ireland as well. I won't, just in case, I'll do a euro as well. But to be really honest here, guys, it's 3 simple things. That's why we've changed our whole service that we do to aim at these 3 things that grow your business. Everything else is just stuff and fluff. It really is. Now, if you guys are in my group, you don't need to come to this. You're going to get access to this no matter what. But if you guys have never heard of this and you want to dive in, I'm doing a workshop literally this Monday. So anyone on the other side of the world in the UK, it's going to be Sunday evening about 9 p.m. Over here, it's New South Wales time, it's 7 a.m. We're going to be talking about the 3 things that are really important. I'll dive into a bit more detail through there. But 3 simple things: learn how to get more bums on seats, how often, and deliver. Now, when you look at this, it's a bit different, hey? But what I tell you is a fact that if you're in the war zone through here, and if you're in the UK or Ireland, half these prices, so it's like, you know, 220 if you're less than that. You just have to work at the 3 things over and over again. Like Marina, I know that your last one, your deliver, is perfect. I know it is. But we need the team to be perfect. And we also need, for example, the other 2 mastered. There's no point in just working on the one. Think how fast your business would grow if you worked on the new, sooner, and upsell. 3 things to concentrate over and over again. Hence why we have the Lifestyle Salon system, which is the model here, which is 3 modules actually broke down to the 3 subsections. Simple, simple, simple. It really is. Learn how to get more bums on seats. How do you get new clients through the door without giving them specials? Because that's going to lower our average bill. How do we get them through the door, guys? How do we convert them to come in sooner? There's a way you need to do that. Really important. You've got to dive in. 3 simple ways to grow your business, and there's no other ways. So why do we spend all this time at the bottom here? This is where we spend our time. Let me just make it, let's go red again. Here. This is where you spend your time, wasting time. Let's collect how many rebooks we've got. Let's collect how many referrals we've got. What do you do with the information? Hey, what do you do with that? So I have a question for you guys before I go. It's been 15 minutes I've been on now. I'm going to try and keep them short if I can for you guys that are late. I have a question for you. Where do you spend most of your time when you track your KPIs? Do you track like literally the 3 simplest things, or do you spend a lot of time down in the stuff area? Do you spend a lot of time figuring out what's my retail, what's my rebooks? Oh, I've got at 1%. These small things are really irrelevant. What we really need is the bigger stuff here. Like 3 massive KPIs that you should sit there on a Saturday afternoon as you close your doors and go, right, how many new bums on seats? 2, 3, 4, not enough. I'm not going to get there. You know, that's the thing here. I'm not going to get there with 3 new clients. Like, I'm going to dive in really deep, and I wasn't going to do that, but again, you've got me going through here, guys, and I'm just going to do something really important. Just because for you, Tracy, this is for you. We'll see how we go. Okay, we have 3 new clients a week. Now, Tracy, I'm going to say that you are the best. Let's just say you're the best of the best. You know, the top salon in town. You're only going to keep 1.5 of them. You'll only keep 50%. Not many people keep more than 50%. The average person only keeps 25%, which means the average person out there is not even keeping 1. You know, it's about 0.7. It's crazy stuff. So let's say you keep 3 a week. You've got 1.5. Simple as that. We know we need 30 clients to fill a senior. Yep. We're going to times that, let's say, by 6 weeks is going to be the gap. Let's just say you're pretty good. I know, Sam, I can't help myself. So 30 clients times 6. It's as simple as that. So here we go. 30 times 6, right? That's good. Anyone good at maths? Let's do it. 30 times 6, 180 clients is what you need to be busy. We know you're going to lose 50. Sam, you're a good salon up there. You're going to lose 50 as well. You're not that good. Everyone, the maximum. I've never seen anyone do more than 50%. They just don't. Just simple as that. So let's double it. Okay, so 180 360 clients that you now need to fill this one stylist. So to get this one girl busy, hey, you need 360. But the 360 is really 432 because everybody loses 20% of their clients because they die or they move or everything else. It's as simple as that. So now you need 432 clients to fill one lady. Hey, simple as that. Hold on. I might make that a bit more. This is really important to get here, Tracy. Sorry. Let's go. 432, okay, to get one person busy. Okay, that's what we need now. So think about this, 432, okay, and she's getting, we're going to get technical, 3 clients a week. Anyone good at maths? How many years will it take Tracy to fill that person? So 432, yep. Divide that by, what, 52 weeks, should we say? Yeah. She needs 8 clients a week to fill this person in a year. Yeah. She's only getting 3. So it's going to take almost 3 years to get Tracy to get her stylist busy. Now, this is maths, guys. It's simple facts. I've never known a salon to have more than 50%. Every salon loses 20. If you're really good at pulling them back and holding them in and you've got that down pat, you can make it 10%. But really, this is the figure, 432 that come every 6 weeks. Now, if yours are 8 weeks, like Marina's might be 8 weeks, that figure's going to be bigger. Now, see the world we're living in here, guys. You need a lot of bums on seats. You need to make sure they're coming in, you look after them when they stay. Now, Sam, we know that your bucket is pretty full through there. We know that. That's good. We know you're not leaking too many, so you've got the deliver bit down pat. Got to do the other bit. It's really important to get them in. Get them in with specials, they're not going to love you. Your salon's not like that. Got to get them a bit more clever. We know that. So, Tracy, back to you. I'm sorry, but really, Tracy, you need 3 years to fill a stylist. So if you've got a stylist today, just think in 3 years, I'm going to give you a bottle of champagne because they're going to be full. They're going to make you money, which means that you need more than 3 brand new clients through your door a week. Yeah. Or you need to get them in sooner, which means you've got to get that 6 weeks down to 5 weeks. Or you've got to get them to spend more. There's 3 combinations, really quite simple. I wasn't going to share with you that today, but there we go. It went a bit crazy. So if you're not on my workshop, dive on my workshop. Really easy. 3 things to grow your business. That's what we do. 3 things, 3 modules. Very, very basic. Attract, convert, deliver. More bums on seats. Get them to come more often and spend more. He has gone way off topic. Sorry, Sam. Couldn't help myself. It's crazy, hey. Yeah, still not full. Do you know what, Tracy? It takes a long time to fill somebody. But if you've got more bums on seats and you stop the leaking bucket, it really makes a difference. So in our world, it's off again, guys. He didn't want to do it. He's off again. He's going to mess us up. So in our world, we have this big fat bucket and you're leaking water all the way and you've got to put the water in. So you need to remember, attract more bums on seats. You need to deliver, okay, which stops these holes. And then you need to, on here, you need to get them in sooner. Yep, so you need to convert. Simple as that. 3 things. Fill that bucket, fill the holes, and that's how your business is going to grow. It takes time. It really does. It's not as easy. Sorry, Sal. I know it's early. You probably want to go back to sleep for half an hour, put your dogs on the beach. But hey, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to try and get it in 20 minutes. I've got 2 minutes spare. How good's that? But no, seriously, it's as easy as that. I mean, really is. I mean, we talk about it. Let's go back to the context of the whole stuff. 3 things that you really should be tracking. How many new clients, how many bums on seats, how many total clients are active in your database? And that's really good. Dive into your database today. Go back 12 months and get that number. That is how many people active. If they haven't come back for a year, guys, they're not coming back at all, are they? So how many new clients are you getting? How quickly you fill in that bucket? Because that's your bucket, that number of how many clients are active that year. That's your bucket. Hey, what you need to figure out is how do I get these people, my bucket, to come in sooner? The more they come in, the more they spend with you. The less people you need to fill your bucket. It's as simple as that. And then how much time they come in, how do you get them to spend more money with you? How do you do it without upselling? How do you give more value? How do you make your business better? 3 things to concentrate. Most people concentrate on all the stuff at the bottom and get lost on the stuff that's really important. And it really is 3 things. How many people have I got on my database and how often do they come and how much do they spend? It's pretty simple, hey. You know, everyone else is still teaching all the old stuff of all the rubbish you need to collect. But you know what? On a Friday, sit down, look at your database. Has it grown or has it gone off? Because every week it ticks by, your database is growing or it's getting less. And that's your bucket and that's how many holes you've got. Hey guys, it's 20 past. He's done it in the 20 minutes. I'm out of here. Catch you all later. Have a cracking day. See you later.